एक मिनट हो रहा है, हो गया। हाँ जी, हाँ कर दी।
अच्छा, तो आप लाइव कर दिया है ना आपने?
हाँ जी। अरुण करिए फोन में ओपन।
लाइव दिखाओ नहीं करा
ये लाइव जाएगा। पैटर्न भी बंद कर रहे हैं।
और साउंड किधर से ले रहा है?
कैमरे के थ्रू ही।
कैमरा किसके थ्रू ले रहा है कैमरा?
कैमरा मिक्सर से जो मिक्स जा रहा है ना,
उधर से दिया ना आपको
हाँ
आउटपुट?
हाँ
पक्का
पक्का जी।
Coming down.
ये लाइव आ रहा
Not even is with them.
ठीक है। अब
है। ठीक है, हो गया। ठीक है, क्लियर है।
वो ready
आ रहा है फाइल। हेलो,
इधर से जा रहा है क्या साउंड? साउंड
A very good evening and a very Mr. Sharad Chandar, who is the head of public policy for India and South Asia at Uber, to deliver opening remarks.
कैसे करेंगे?
Amitabh, Chief Executive Officer, NITI Aayog.
आपने उसको साउंड दिया मैंने?
Our partners, StartupIndia, iCreate, Sri Pradeep Parmeshwaran, Vice President and Regional General Manager of Uber Asia Pacific, Sri Pradeep Singh, President of Uber India, innovators, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great pride today that I welcome you all to the awards presentation ceremony of the Uber Green Mobility Innovation Challenge. These last 2 years have been a testament to India's resilience. I would like to extend my thanks to the Government of India and to the states for coming together to fight this pandemic, making the tough calls, working round the clock to get India back on its feet and ready for business. As India's recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic gathers momentum, we at Uber look forward to playing our role in providing safe, reliable, and sustainable mobility. And I cannot think of a more forward-looking subject to rally around than a celebration of India's entrepreneurship. Uber's engagement with the startup space is not new. It gives me great pride when I think back to the day when Uber was on the stage with the Honorable Prime Minister as he launched the Startup India vision, just a short distance from where we are assembled today. It was a bold bet on India's entrepreneurial vision, which continues to yield great results years later. Since then, we have followed up with Uber Exchange and Uber Pitch, two flagship ventures to support startups in India. The reason Uber was on the dais that day, the reason Uber launched those two initiatives for startups thereafter, and the reason that we have now hosted this challenge is because we share a sense of optimism for India's growth story and its innovation. We are around the world, every rider, every driver, every company, every community we serve around the world. Our commitment to India will span a range of activities, from working with union and state governments to, of course, engaging India's vibrant startup community in the EV space. As a tech platform, we believe the correct approach would be to balance our efforts between continuing to invest in improving our technology to meet our sustainability goals and working to enable growth in the EV ecosystem. In conclusion, I'd like to thank all the 155 startups who participated in this process. Even as we await the jury's announcement in a short while from now, I extend my congratulations to everyone who made it to this room. I'm personally excited to see each and everyone's journey. I hope that sooner rather than later, you will be sitting across from me, sitting across to us for an exciting opportunity to change the future of mobility together. With that, I'll now request Mr. Prateek Singh to introduce our speaker for our keynote speaker.
Distinguished dignitaries on the dais, innovators, ladies and gentlemen, as promised to Mr. Kant, I'm going to keep it quick. I have before me the onerous task of introducing someone who needs no introduction, especially not to us at Uber, not to the amazing group of innovators now assembled here. Nevertheless, it is indeed an honor for me to welcome once again our keynote speaker for this session, the CEO of NITI Aayog, Amitabh Kant. Amitabh Kant is one of the key policy architects of the government of India under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. A career civil servant, it is remarkable that so many of his transformational ideas have inspired us through the last 2 decades. From the roar of the lion that heralded the Make in India vision to the remarkable imagery of Incredible India, Amitabh Kant's leadership has been a common thread. We at Uber have followed with great interest his passion for building an innovation-driven economy in India. And Uber remains proud to have been, from its very inception, a key part of the Startup India initiative that he has played a pivotal role in. From ease of doing business to driving digital payments in India to being a crucial part of India's resilience against COVID-19. His achievements and contributions are enormous and would take hours to do justice to. I, however, no wish to stand between him and this august gathering for any longer. I now invite Amitabh Kant to once again inspire us all and share his vision and insights that innovators present here.
Prabhu, Pradeep, Sharad, all the startups here, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm truly delighted that Uber is collaborating with iCreate to support startups in the EV world. I've been a long-term believer that the world is undergoing a very major disruption and the future will be shared, connected, and electric. It will be a zero-emission world, and it will be driven by organizations like Uber. And this is a very good initiative because the Prime Minister has made very major commitments at Glasgow. India is a leader in the decarbonization strategy. We've been a very minimal user of carbon space in the world, but we've made major commitments in terms of renewable, in terms of carbon sinks, in terms of moving the whole vehicle of transition from fossil fuel to green economy, and aiming that India will be the first country in the world to industrialize without carbonizing. And therefore, this is really the future. And clean mobility will be a very key driver of growth. Companies which are digital, which are green, will be the ones which will grow and progress in future. Companies which are green will be the ones which will prosper in future. They will attract capital, they will attract valuation. And as the cost of battery falls from $1,100 per kilowatt hour, it has come down already to about $136 per kilowatt hour. And as it comes down lower to less than $100 per kilowatt hour, the initial cost of vehicles will be cheaper than combustion engine vehicles. Two-wheelers and three-wheelers are already now with the FAME subsidy much cheaper than combustion engine vehicles. And therefore, my belief is that the future will be towards electric where there will be no recurring costs. And the NITI Aayog in partnership with all the ministries, road transport, heavy industries, etc., is giving a very, very major push, a huge, huge push towards the shared, connected, and the electric world. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the midst of the biggest disruption that is taking place in the world today, the movement towards the electrification of the mobility sector. And I'm really delighted that Uber is here to promote them, because the shared world of tomorrow is electric, and if it pays a premium for electric movement and rides are supported, individuals prefer rides which are electric rather than combustion engine. Because, as the Prime Minister said in Glasgow, it's not about long-term commitments for 2050, 2070, but Prime Minister said that India is one of those countries who's made short-term commitments and succeeded. And we made major commitments for the short term by 2030. But more than that, he said that's about changing the lifestyles of people. Without changing the lifestyle, because people must move their lifestyle towards cleaner forms of energy, and therefore, if you reduce wastage, if you move towards greener energy mobility, then if the consumer moves towards that, then the manufacturers of the world will have to move towards cleaner forms of mobility. And that's what Uber is doing. It is moving towards promoting startups which are going to push for cleaner forms of mobility. And out of the 155 entries, they shortlisted 10 and finally selected 5. And therefore, this is a big movement, and I would like to congratulate Uber. I would like to congratulate them for having picked up startups and recognized them and are honoring them for this movement. My good wishes to Uber and my good wishes to all the startups who participated in this movement, and particularly those who've been selected here. I believe some of them are participants here, and some of them are winners here. And startups from all over India participated in this, and 5 have got selected. And they are being recognized. So my congratulations to all of you, and my congratulations to all those who participated, and particularly to those who have emerged as winners. I wish them all the best, and I wish all of you a very, very good, clean mobility of the future, which will be shared, connected. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Never fail to inspire us. And before our keynote speaker leaves the room, request colleagues to please honor him with a small gesture.
I was asking all the 10 finalists to come up for a group picture. Please.
लाइन करो
कौन सा
वो तो पिछले के
We take short 5-minute break as the keynote speaker leaves.
एंड कर क्या करना लाइव एंड कर दो 5 मिनट ब्रेक पोस्ट नहीं होगा एंड होगा इस बार टाइटल लिख के करना कैमरा से ब्लैक
मुझे कैमरा अभी तो बहुत ज्यादा है ना ब्लर
बहुत अच्छे अरुण
जब एक साल वाली वीडियो आएगी ना और ये वाला चला दीजिएगा ये वो बोलने आएगा वो बोलेंगे श्रुति से
उसके बाद वही आएंगे ना
वही आएंगे
कितनी वीडियो है 3
वीडियो थोड़ी है ऐसी है स्लाइड है
अच्छा वो स्लाइड है
5 स्लाइड
तो यार ये बोलेंगे क्या
अरे ऐसे बोलेंगे अपनी मन से
अच्छा बच्चों इसका लोगो लगा रहेगा नाम का
अच्छा
मिस्टर श्रुति सिंह
Please be seated. We'll be starting with the ceremony now.
सबसे सीखा है ठीक किया बना यार
क्या बोल मैंने तो
संडे मंडे नहीं आएगा इनबिल्ड नहीं आता इसकी साउंड इनबिल्ड नहीं आता
A very warm welcome to Ms. Shruti Singh, Joint Secretary, Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, Government of India. I would like to invite her to the podium to deliver the context-setting remarks.
Thank you so much. My compliments to the entire team at Uber for having put together this wonderful innovation challenge in green mobility. I was just looking at you and wondering what is it like when results are about to be announced. You know, you like stop talking, tell us who the winners are. The kind of profiles, the kind of work that the 10 startups here have done, it's absolutely amazing. I believe the jury must have had a very tough time trying to figure out who should the winner be. Somebody, I believe, is working on how can an 80% charge be done in 10 to 15 minutes. Somebody was working on lithium-ion battery storage. Amazing stuff you all are doing, and believe me, winning and losing doesn't matter. Even if you are sixth of the queue today, your work is so good, you anyways go ahead. 2021 is no doubt the year of unicorns in India. Out of the 77 unicorns we have, 40 came up this year. That is how exponential the rise of the startup movement is. Each one of you is a testimony to this fact. At DPIIT, we have more than 59,000 recognized startups. And what's interesting is that 45% of these, more than 45% of these are coming from tier 2 and tier 3 cities. So these are not from Bangalore or Bombay or Gurgaon. No. These are coming from areas like Bhopal, Pune, Kerala, Kozhikode. These are small areas where they're coming from. We have a startup from every state, every union territory in the country today. More than 630 districts have a startup. Right from the dark to Lakshadweep, there's presence felt. All this just in a very short span of time. It was in 2016 when the Honorable Prime Minister had launched the Startup India Action Plan. Around three main pillars, if I could quickly define what it is that we've done. Around funding, we launched the Fund of Fund schemes, a scheme of 10,000 crores, which is implemented through SIDBI. We give the fund to AIS, who then invest in startups. So more than 500 startups have got funding through this scheme alone. We recently announced the Seed Fund scheme, under which we give money to incubators and startups apply to our online portal and avail that seed fund. Again, with a very short span of just a couple of months, more than 42 incubators have got funding from us, and they are in turn now selecting startups and giving money to them. Women entrepreneurship. So we have more than 45% of our startups having one woman director on their board. This is just the beginning, a long way still to go, but that is something we are promoting across all states and UTs. We started ranking the states on the basis of what the state governments are doing to support startups. So this is something very different from what's happening organically, probably in Bangalore and Hyderabad and others. We wanted to see what is the state government doing in, let's say, Haryana or Assam. And the results are very interesting. We do that every year across, again, many pillars, from incubation to acceleration to funding to mentorship. The National Startup Awards were launched in 2019. Again, for those awards, we are trying to recognize startups that are doing work in social innovation, so not just doing good financially. How is it that they are solving problems unique to India across sectors which are mapped as per the priority programs of the Government of India? There are just a few things which I wanted to touch upon, just to showcase what is it that the government is doing, the department is doing. Once again, without taking much of your time, I would want to compliment Uber. I would want to compliment the jury, iCreate, which is going to give you incubation support, mentorship support. They helped judge, they helped put together from 155, we got the number down to top 10. And really looking forward to the results. I would repeat that this is just the beginning. There's a long, long way to go, and my best wishes to all of you in all that you do. Thank you so much.
you, Ms. Shruti Singh, for the amazing work that NITI, IIT and Startup India have been doing to nurture the startup ecosystem in the country. Before I invite the next speaker, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the esteemed panel of experts who gave their time to evaluate the brilliant innovators who are with us today. Mahua Acharya, Chief Executive Officer, Convergence Energy Services Limited. Professor Anagi Pandey, who heads the Enterprise Incubation Center at NIT Lucknow and has long years of automotive industry experience. Uber's leaders, Nandini Maheshwari, Senior Director and Head of Business Development for Uber Asia Pacific, and Venkatesh Kanchalla, Director of Engineering at Uber. And of course, Mr. Anupam Chalote, CEO iCreate, who I would like to call on to deliver a summation of jury deliberations.
Thank you so much. It's been an outstanding pleasure for various reasons. I am at iCreate, all of us are unabashed supporters of product-based innovation, tech product-based innovation, rather than just the pure software. And as we went through the participants, the entries, and we saw the depth of application of mind, that is what inspires us. That going forward, this momentum in the space is going to continue. The reasons are simple. Like the product movement in photography, we're at an inflection point. To say that electric vehicles will vanish, no, they're not going. They're going to say that internal combustion vehicles will vanish, it's not going to happen. But there are many disruptive things which are inbuilt into the EV by definition. Number one, they do not require such complicated tools for our factory. They do require some very cutting edge technology, embedded systems, firmware, hardware, math computing ability of the highest order. And these are things that define the music. And these are things which at iCreate we are convinced are going to cause India to be a knowledge powerhouse. And that is what inspires me. And many, many thanks to Uber for joining iCreate. iCreate has been on a 3-year journey and we have a long plan. And we did another parallel challenge, the Evangelize, which is the biggest innovation challenge in the EV space. Our firm belief is don't focus on the full vehicle product. That's an assemblage of so many technologies. Focus on the core technology, the integrated technology, the motors, the controllers, the battery management system, the overall operating system, the panels, the Linux, which is going to run the vehicle. And those are things, regenerative braking, efficiency increase, cost reduction. And that is what is so gratifying. And the jury very much struggled to come to any kind of ranking because we were fighting and we had made plans. I'm pro this project, I'm pro that project. And it took some long time to come to any sort of conclusion. And so as far as we're concerned, we had 10 winners on our hands. And I must thank the IIT Uber for this wonderful partnership, and I'm looking forward to many, many more to come because the race has begun, as Mr. Amitabh was saying. That if the future is going to be clean, green, and connected, I think the race has begun.
Thank you, Mr. Chalote. Thank you to all the jury members for taking the time to hear the pitches and to iCreate for the brilliant curation of the challenge. We now proceed to the most awaited segment of the evening, the announcement of the winners. As a reminder, we will be choosing 5 winners for the Uber Green Mobility Innovation Challenge this evening. I would request the dignitaries to step forward and present the winning teams with the prizes. I shall call out the 5 winners in the alphabetical sequence. Bodycast Innovators Private Limited. Environ Technologies Private Limited. Kazan EV Tech Private Limited.
वही दोनों तो अवॉर्ड के करवा देंगे पहले
Ready Automotive Private Limited. And Media Batteries Private Limited. Now I would call upon all the 5 winners for a group photo with the dignitaries present on the stage.
ऐसी बोल रहा है आधार जोड़ कर ना कुछ छेड़ना है कुछ कुछ और किसी का निकाल रुक जा कुछ मत कर गाना बनाओ
I would also call the 5 finalists on the stage at the bottom for the group photo. Please join us. Congratulations to all the winners. I would call upon my colleague Anupriya to deliver the vote of thanks. Please stay with us for 5 more minutes. Thank you.
A very good evening, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, honorable guests, our most valued innovators. It's been my privilege to have been asked to propose the vote of thanks on this occasion. Firstly, I would like to thank Sri Amitabh, CEO, NITI, who had to leave a little